What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is gonna be a little different here. I wanted to try something new, something different, and something I've been wanting to do for quite some time and finally getting around to do it. But with that being said, with WrestleMania 41 being days away, literally it's crazy how fast WrestleMania season has come and it's almost gone. But with that being said, I decided, hey, let me watch every single WrestleMania main event over the last 40 years, and why not rank them from the worst WrestleMania main event to what was the best WrestleMania main event of all time. You know, there's been quite a few. I will be ranking all 44 WrestleMania main events, including night 1 and night 2 since WrestleMania 36, and I'll be ranking them from the worst WrestleMania to the best WrestleMania main event, in my opinion. Where does your favorite WrestleMania main event land? Let's find out. To make the rankings fair, I came up with a criteria to rank each WrestleMania main event on. The first criteria that I used was the match quality. Was the match actually good? The second, crowd reaction. Did the audience even care about this match? Third criteria, storytelling and the build up to this match. Was there a compelling reason for this match? The fourth reason, historical significance. Did this match change WWE's history? All right, so let's get right into it and let's start ranking those WrestleMania main events, starting with the worst WrestleMania main event. And coming in last place, ranked 44th on our list, we have WrestleMania 9. Originally, the match was Bret Hart versus Yokozuna for the WWF Championship. After Yokozuna beat Bret Hart with the help of Mr. Fuji, here comes good old Hulk Hogan to immediately challenge and pin Yokozuna in 22 seconds to win the title. A controversial double main event with Hogan feeding his ego as always. Just can't escape Hulk Hogan having to feed his ego. Coming in at 43rd, we have WrestleMania 33, Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker. Roman Reigns beat a sluggish, old, slow Undertaker. If this was Undertaker 5 years ago, I believe this match would have been an absolute banger. With Reigns ending Undertaker's career temporarily, Roman Reigns won the match, but this match just was very underwhelming. It was a sluggish, depressing end to The Undertaker's run and bad way to send off Taker in pretty much his final real WrestleMania main event or match, due to say. And coming in at 42, we have WrestleMania 13, The Undertaker versus Psycho Sid for the WWF Championship. In this match, Undertaker won his second WWF Championship with an interference from Bret the Hitman Hart. This match was very boring and had little to no excitement despite Undertaker winning the championship in the main event. Coming in at 41, we have WrestleMania 8, Hulk Hogan versus Sid Justice. Of course, this wouldn't be a WrestleMania main event ranking video without having Hulk Hogan on here several times as one of the worst main events. Hulk Hogan won this match by disqualification after Papa Shango interfered. With Warrior making a surprise return, this match had a messy finish and a lackluster match. Coming in at 40, we have WrestleMania 7. Once again, Hulk Hogan versus Sergeant Slaughter for the WWF Championship. Hogan won the title from Slaughter amid this Gulf War storyline that nobody really cared about. A patriotic but forgettable match with subpar wrestling, little to no wrestling at all in this match, if we're being honest here. Coming in at 39, WrestleMania 32, Roman Reigns versus Triple H for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Despite WWE trying to build Roman Reigns up and make him the face of the company, us as an audience, we really didn't see Roman Reigns as that top guy yet. The company continued to try to push him and make him the face of the company. Roman Reigns won the title to a lukewarm crowd, a long, boring match with little to no excitement in the match at all, just to try to make him the face of the company when nobody really wanted that to happen at that time. Coming in at 38, WrestleMania 34, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal Championship. Despite this match being a repeat from previous year's WrestleManias, this match was very lackluster. The only thing that really was cool from this match and memorable was the fact that Brock busted Roman open with an elbow, causing him to have a crimson mask and bleed profusely. Other than that, this match was disappointing, repetitive from their previous match, and Nobody was happy at the end of it, not even Brock. After the match, when Brock got to the back, he threw the Universal title at Vince McMahon. Coming in at 37, WrestleMania 2, Hulk Hogan versus King Kong Bundy, in a steel cage match for the WWF Championship. Despite this WrestleMania being held in 3 cities, the main event was held in Los Angeles, and it saw Hulk Hogan defend his title against Bundy in a cage. Hogan escaped the cage after a power slam and a leg drop, but the match was very slow and very formulaic. You could almost see what the wrestler's next move was going to be throughout the whole match. Coming in at 36, WrestleMania 27, The Miz versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. This match was a big waste. All this match did was set up for John Cena versus The Rock in the next year. With The Miz falling and getting concussion outside the ring, this match was almost a complete disaster. Despite this being The Miz's main event moment at WrestleMania, it was overshadowed by The Rock coming out and helping him retain his title against Cena. Coming in at 35, WrestleMania 25, Triple H versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. Now this match, in my opinion, had one of the best build-ups to WrestleMania that year. Randy Orton was complete savage mode. He was breaking in Triple H's houses, punting his whole family, and just destroying everything Triple H loved and cared about. Triple H ended up retaining his title in this match due to no DQ rules. This match was very disappointing given the build-up. Coming in at 34, WrestleMania 16, Triple H versus The Rock versus Big Show versus Mick Foley for the WWF Championship in a Fatal 4 elimination match. Despite this match having so many big names in it, this match was very overbooked and disjointed. Triple H ended up retaining with the help of his McMahon family as always. We're just going to leave that match right there where it's at. Have nothing really positive to say about that match because that match should have been way better than what it was. Coming in at 33, WrestleMania 29, John Cena versus The Rock for the WWE Championship. Despite these two wrestling at the previous WrestleMania at 28, considering they titled that match Once in a Lifetime, really showed that this match wasn't once in a lifetime because we got the same match the next year and a predictable outcome. Everybody doing that match, Cena was going to win. And I believe also in that match, that's the match where The Rock got hurt. Shows that, you shouldn't be out there wrestling if you don't wrestle but once every 6 years. But anyways, match was very lackluster. It was very slow. This match was less engaging than the previous year due to it being titled Once in a Lifetime, where we got it twice in a lifetime. Cena regained the title and was now basically the face of the WWE at the time when he was already the face of the company. So I didn't really understand the match. Coming in at 32, WrestleMania 36, Night 2, Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. This whole WrestleMania, I was just very disappointed because this was supposed to be my very first WrestleMania that I ever attended. And sadly, I didn't get to attend due to, well, we all know what happened, the pandemic. But besides the fact of nobody being able to attend the event, WWE continued on with WrestleMania and the product through COVID or the pandemic, whichever you prefer to call it. And we got WrestleMania 36. Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. Drew McIntyre won the title in a short, finisher-heavy match with no crowd. Its purpose, it got Drew over, made him look like a badass. But it was short and soulless without a crowd, and wrestling without a crowd just isn't fun. Coming in at 31, WrestleMania 38, Night 2, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Winner take all for the WWE Championship and the Universal Championship. Despite this event being my very first WrestleMania event that I got to attend in person, this match was very boring after watching it back. In person, the match seemed very hard-hitting. I mean, it could have been because I was higher up in the stands and wasn't front row, but once I watched it back, this match wasn't all that great. To me, Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns' match at SummerSlam in Nashville was way better than any match they've ever put on. And I was also there to see that match live in person as well. Reigns unified the titles in a hard-hitting but forgettable match with a flat finish. We all thought Roman was hurt at the end of this match. Coming in at 30, WrestleMania 35, Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair. winner takes all for the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championship. This was the first ever women's main event, and everybody thought this match was going to be amazing. Becky won both titles in New Jersey with a botched finish that nobody predicted to come, and it felt like that just took the wind out of the whole match. I don't know if it was the referee or if it was the wrong spot, or if they ran out of time. I have no clue what happened in that match. But even though this was the women's first ever main event, it was very underwhelming in the execution. Coming in at 29, WrestleMania 5, Hulk Hogan versus Randy Savage for the WWF Championship. We're starting to see a trend here with Hulk Hogan in WrestleMania main events. Seems like he just can't have a good main event. Hogan defeated Savage to reclaim the title at the Trump Plaza, ending the Mega Power storyline, sadly. A decent match fueled by personal drama, though it was very predictable what the outcome was going to be because, brother, Hogan refuses to put anybody over. Coming in at 28, WrestleMania 4, Randy Savage versus Ted DiBiase for the WWF Championship Tournament Finals. Savage won the vacated title with Hulk Hogan's help, but sadly, once again, Hulk Hogan comes in to steal the spotlight and overshadows the moment once again. Coming in at 27, WrestleMania 1, Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Roddy Piper, and Paul Orndorff. And you would think this is the very first WrestleMania main event, WrestleMania ever. You would think this would be higher ranking than what it is. But sadly, this match was not all that great. It took place at Madison Square Garden, and it had Muhammad Ali as a special guest referee. Hulk Hogan pinned Orndorff with a leg drop, cementing WWE's mainstream appeal, a spectacle-driven match with limited wrestling quality. At 26, we have WrestleMania 18, Triple H versus Chris Jericho for the undisputed WWF Championship. Triple H won the title in Toronto, but this match was lackluster compared to the Hulk Hogan versus Rock match that we got earlier in the night. To me, Hulk Hogan and Rock should have been the main event. And you want to talk about Hulk Hogan having terrible wrestling matches or main events? This should have been the main event. Coming in at 25, WrestleMania 11, Bam Bam Bigelow versus Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor beat Bam Bam with lots of celebrity involvement. This match was a spectacle that worked surprisingly due to Bam Bam's selling abilities. Go back and watch any Bam Bam Bigelow match. He is a big man that can sell. This match surprisingly was fun, and it had, tons of celebrities in it. Coming in at 24, we have WrestleMania 28, The Rock versus John Cena, the once-in-a-lifetime spectacular that we all thought was going to only happen one time. But turns out this was twice in a lifetime we got this match. The Rock beat John Cena in this once-in-a-lifetime clash. This spectacle was good. The in-ring match was slow, but the story was there. Had good moments in the match that came out with The Rock on top that led to our rematch next year. Coming in at 23, we have WrestleMania 37, Night 2. Roman Reigns versus Edge versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE Universal Championship. I feel like, in my opinion, this was the match that sent Roman Reigns into the different stratosphere that he is in now, that signified him as a top main eventer, the top dog in the company that everybody was bound to get behind and love. And I'll be honest, in this match, I wanted Daniel Bryan to win. I'm a Daniel Bryan fan, love him for everything he does. To me, Daniel Bryan is one of the best wrestlers, hands down, in the world. Despite that being said, this match was incredible. Spot after spot. And honestly, I thought Edge was going to win this match as well, because Edge came back, a year before from the neck injury that he was out for almost 10 years with, and he came back. I was like, okay, this is going to be the moment. WWE is going to put another belt on him, but no. Roman Reigns stacked both of them and pinned both men in the middle of the ring. This match was entertaining and had a very strong storytelling. At 22, I have WrestleMania 21, Batista versus Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship. This was the time. This was now. Batista had his moment. As a child, I was a big fan of Batista and loved Batista. I was so excited to see him win his first championship. This match was a hard-hitting match. Two big men colliding with each other, trying to kill each other for that top big dog spot on the card. This match set Batista up for a lifetime and created a star out of Batista. Coming in at 21, WrestleMania 3, Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. This is the most legendary moment in WrestleMania history. At the Pontiac Silverdome with a reported 93,173 fans, Hulk Hogan picked Andre the Giant up, body slammed him, and pinned Andre to regain the title. This was very an iconic moment in WrestleMania history, and this moment made Hulk Hogan the star he is today. Beating an undefeated Giant, the in-ring match was very limited due to Andre having back issues, but other than that, this match was pretty good. Coming in at 20, WrestleMania 6, Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior for the WWF Championship and the Intercontinental Championship. Ultimate Warrior pinned Hulk Hogan to win the titles. This was a clash of titans with high energy and a rare Hulk Hogan lost in the main event, which surprised everybody because we all know Hulk Hogan has to feed that ego of his. This was a passing of the torch moment. And at 19, I have WrestleMania 10, Bret Hart versus Yokozuna for the WWF Championship. Bret Hart won the title in the rematch at Madison Square Garden after Yokozuna won earlier in the night over Lex Luger. This match was a strong technical match, and boy, for Yokozuna to be 600 pounds, that guy can move. This match sent everybody in the crowd home happy. Coming in at 18, WrestleMania 22, John Cena versus Triple H. John Cena retained his championship in Chicago with a hostile crowd. And if you go back and look at this match, you'll see a young CM Punk dressed up in Cena's entrance as a gangster. This match was very good and it elevated John Cena and made him into a bigger star than what he already was. And the in-ring action of this match was great. Classic match between Triple H and Cena. Coming in at 17, WrestleMania 31, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns versus Seth freaking Rollins for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now originally, this match was just Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. This was their first meeting between the two. It was two big men trying to kill each other. And then halfway through the match, you hear that iconic music and the heights of the century happen. Rollins came in and he cashed in his Money in the Bank contract and ended up beating both men to win his very first ever heavyweight championship. This signified Seth Rollins' legacy and created him into a star. Nobody expected his cash in because this was the very first ever cash in at WrestleMania. It never happened before. Coming in at 16, WrestleMania 36, Night 1, Undertaker versus AJ Styles in a boneyard match. Even though this match was a cinematic match, this match was pretty good. This was better than Taker's last match versus Roman Reigns, I believe. And I still think to this day, if Undertaker and AJ Styles would have had an in-ring match, that would have been the match that Taker could have hung his hat on and fully retired, because AJ is a phenomenal wrestler and he would have gave him the very best that he could. Undertaker won this match, burying AJ Styles alive. But with that being said, this match was very good. It had a clash between Undertaker's American Badass persona and his Deadman persona, combining both to defeat AJ Styles and win the match. Coming in at 15, WrestleMania 38, Night 1, Steve Austin versus Kevin Owens in a no-holds-barred match. Nobody thought Stone Cold was going to come out of retirement to fight. He said for years he was not coming out. He kept turning it down, but for some reason, he just got the itch and wanted to come out of retirement to have potentially probably his last match ever. Personally, I was there live for this match, and it's personally one of my favorite matches I have ever seen in person. This match had bumps all over the place. Considering Stone Cold is 57 years old at the time of this match, it's incredible to see a 57-year-old guy with a hurt neck, bad knees, bad back, be able to do the things that he was able to do in this match. He took a suplex on the concrete. He wrestled up and down the ramp with Kevin Owens. This match was one of the best matches, in my opinion, Stone Cold has ever had. Stone Cold beat Kevin Owens with a stunner and sent the crowd home happy drinking beer that night. Coming in at 14, WrestleMania 24. Edge versus The Undertaker for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now at this time, this is when Taker's streak was right at the peak of it. It was hot. He was 15-0 at the time. And it kind of seemed like this may be the year that Taker's streak was finally over. Everyone thought Edge was going to find some way because at the time, Edge had Vicky Guerrero behind him, Chavo, and the rest of those people. And it was just like, no matter what Edge did or what his opponent did, Edge could not lose. Nope, we were all wrong. Taker beat Edge and continued on his 16-0 streak. Coming in at 13, we have WrestleMania 40, Night 1, The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins. This match has star power on both sides of the ring. On one side, you have The Rock and Roman, what everybody thought was going to be the main event. On the other side, you have Seth and Cody Rhodes. the two up-and-coming stars to carry the company on their backs. All that power in one ring going against each other. But The Rock came out and he put on one of his better matches he's had in quite some time. The Rock ended up pinning Cody Rhodes after a people's elbow. This match set up bloodline rules for night 2 of WrestleMania 40. This match was crazy. They wrestled in the crowd, wrestled up and down the ramp. Couldn't believe some of the bumps The Rock took. Watch The Rock take that rock bottom through the announce table. That man should not have been taking some of the bumps that he took. At number 12, WrestleMania 15, The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin for the WWF Championship. Stone Cold regained his WWF Championship, beating The Rock in a chaotic no disqualification match. This match had high energy and was the peak of the Attitude Era. This match has so much intensity in it and made this match memorable for those Attitude Era fans. At number 11, WrestleMania 23, John Cena versus Shawn Michaels for the WWF Championship. I won't lie in this match, Shawn Michaels carried this match. Cena retained his title with a STF submission. If you're enjoying this rankings video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with your friends. Now let's get into the top 10 main events of WrestleMania history. Coming in at number 10, WrestleMania 19, Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle for the WWE Championship. This match was a wrestling clinic with so much athleticism and drama. Everyone thought when Brock Lesnar hit that shooting star press that he broke his neck, that he was done for, that he was not going to be able to continue the match. But somehow, Brock Lesnar continued the match and beat Kurt Angle for his first ever championship. Coming in at number 9, WrestleMania 37, Night 2, Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's Championship. To start this match, both women were so emotional to begin with because this was the very first ever women's main event featuring 2 black women making history. Bianca won her first title here at this WrestleMania, and despite Sasha leaving the company the next year, this is one of the best matches that Sasha has ever put on. And to me, this match sent Bianca into that next stratosphere, making her a star of the women's division. Coming at number 8, WrestleMania 39, Night 2, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. I thought this was the moment that Roman was going to finally lose his title. They built Cody up to make him a star, made him look good, unbeatable. I thought this was the moment. I was actually here for this match in person as well. The crowd was so loud for Cody. Like when he came out, the entrance was loud. I just thought this was going to be the time Cody would win. Despite that being said, Roman Reigns retained with the help of Solo Sikoa's interference. Great match, but we were all very disappointed with the outcome. But good things come to those who wait. Coming in at number 7, WrestleMania 14, Shawn Michaels versus Steve Austin. In this match, we saw Stone Cold win his first WWF Championship at the time, ushering in the Attitude Era. A gritty, impactful match despite Shawn Michaels having his back injury. Shout out to Shawn for fighting through that back injury for so many years, giving us great matches. And coming in at number 6, WrestleMania 39, Night 1, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Usos for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. This match was crazy. Very emotional storytelling throughout the whole match. The Usos were on a very historic title reign. Didn't really think they were going to lose. Kevin and Owens won the titles, ending the Usos' record reign. And this altogether, this match was a storytelling masterpiece of the tag team wrestling. This is how tag team wrestling should be done. And coming in at number 5, WrestleMania 30, Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton versus Batista for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now a little backstory to how we got here. Earlier in the night, Daniel Bryan faced Triple H to enter this match. Triple H, the Authority as they called it, didn't want Daniel Bryan being in this match, and they were trying to do anything and everything to keep Bryan out of this match. Bryan ended up beating Triple H earlier in the night to advance his way to the triple threat match, and this match was crazy, need to say. Bryan won his first title here, and the crowd was so behind him. But I'm not going to lie, in this match, I thought Batista and Randy Orton killed Daniel Bryan after they did that powerbomb RKO. I believe that's what started Daniel Bryan's neck injuries. Coming in at number 4, WrestleMania 20, Triple H versus Chris Benoit versus Shawn Michaels for the World Heavyweight Championship. Even though Chris Benoit's legacy has been basically erased and wiped from WWE history, they act like he don't exist, and I understand why, but this match was a technical masterpiece. Benoit won the title here with a crippler crossface on Triple H. This match, just a technical masterpiece, even though Benoit's legacy taints it. Coming in at number 3, WrestleMania 40, Night 2, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship with Bloodline rules. This match was an epic conclusion to a long story that everybody waited patiently for. For 2 years since Cody returned, he talked about finish the story. This match, Cody finally finished the story. You name it, everybody was in this match showed up to help Cody and try to prevent Cody. All the members of the Bloodline. Cody Rhodes finally finished the story and won the title. This story was a dramatic classic piece, and it was like the end games if you're a Marvel fan. Coming in at number 2, WrestleMania 7, The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin for the WWF Championship. This was the peak of the Attitude Era. Austin turned heel, aligned himself with Vince McMahon. Nobody expected that to happen. A brutal, iconic match that capped the Attitude Era's peak. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, the #1 WrestleMania main event in history. Coming in at number 1, we have WrestleMania 17, Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels, the 60-minute Iron Man match for the WWF Championship. This match went the full 60 minutes. It was a technical masterpiece. What's crazy is these two wrestled for 60 minutes, going 0 pins, 0 falls. This match went into sudden death overtime. Whoever captured the next fall would win this match. Michaels won the match. This was Michaels' first world title win. This match was a technical masterpiece and showcased endurance and the storytelling of both competitors. And that's my ranking of every WrestleMania main event of history. I watched through and ranked all 44 WrestleMania main events of all time. Do you agree with my rankings? Let me know in the comments what you think of my rankings. And hey, if I got them wrong, if you think there should be a match higher than the other or lower, let me know in the comments down below what you think I should switch up. What matches you think should be won? What match let me know, actually, let me know in the comments, what is your #1 WrestleMania main event of all time? Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And also, let me know if you guys enjoyed videos like this, and maybe I can do some more. Maybe I can rank every Royal Rumble winner. Maybe I can rank every SummerSlam main event. You know, there's all type of wrestling history that you can watch, go through and rank. So let me know, guys, if you want to see something else like this.